Today we're in a place that makes a very bold claim indeed. The claim that this was once the epicentre of the most important thing to ever happen to the human race, the first industrial revolution. From about 1760 to, let's say, 1830, it's very difficult to pin down. The world transitioned from using manual labour, people actually using their hands and horsepower, to letting machines do the heavy lifting. A time of massive invention and the explosion of the factory system. This affected everything: the global economy, the standard of living, population growth, the very fabric of society. And it gave some countries the wealth and power to influence other countries. All of that is symbolised by this magnificent bridge made of iron, rather conveniently and fittingly called the Ironbridge. Completed in 1779, the bridge spans 100 feet across the gorge of the River Severn, the longest river in Great Britain. The reason that it's right here in the rolling countryside, quite far away from any big city at the time, is that this area is rich in deposits of coal, limestone and iron ore, and obviously there's a great big river that you can use to transport stuff around. Just over there, over the hill, that direction, is Coalbrookdale, where there had been a foundry producing iron for more than a century before the days of the bridge. In 1709, a fella, I suppose he's what you would call an industrialist now, a fella named Abraham Darby developed a way to extract and burn coke, which is a type of coal. This is one of the significant factors of the Industrial Revolution. Coke is way more efficient than the traditional charcoal-fueled furnaces, which required lots of wood to be burnt, so trees needed chopping down, and it was bulky and time-consuming. Coke blast furnaces could be much bigger and produce more cheaper iron. Then techniques were developed to turn coal into coke. The gas byproduct was used as fuel. More railways were built to move the coal to the coke ovens and then the coke to the iron foundries. And before you know it, there's chimneys everywhere and you have a revolution on your hands. Anyway, the bridge was both a practical thing linking the parishes of Broseley and Madeley, and it was an opportunity to show just what these new techniques and scale in iron casting can do. Designed by Thomas Pritchard and constructed by Abraham Darby III, that's the grandson of the Abraham Darby that started the whole thing over the hill all those years ago, and it only took about 2 years to build. There are 5 main ribs, which are 100 feet and 6 inches long, and about 1,700 individual components that interlock and do what bridges do. There's also 2 smaller arches over there on the south bank to carry the towpath, and all of it was forged at Coalbrookdale. It's tall enough for ships to pass underneath, and so strong that when the Great Storm of 1795 swelled the River Severn to unprecedented levels and force, every single bridge on the River Severn was destroyed apart from the Ironbridge. Do you want to hear something truly fascinating, Charlie? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Look here, you see this side is nice and smooth, and this side and the back side. So 3 sides are nice and smooth. So this would have been the bottom of the mould, okay? And this would have been the top. So this is exposed to the air, and this is where the pouring would have gone in, the molten iron. That's why it's got these sort of mottles on it, because as it sort of blisters against the air, I'm not a chemist, I don't really know what's going on, but that's why 3 sides are nice and smooth and 1 is kind of knobbly, and you'll find that all over the bridge. Nowadays, it's a grade 1 listed building. That's the bridge, the entire Ironbridge settlement, the shops, all of the buildings, and the gorge itself is a protected UNESCO World Heritage Site. and it's a hot favourite for school trips. Although my school never took us here, we went to Whipsnade Zoo instead. Did your school ever bring you to Ironbridge, Charlie?
No, never came it.
Where did you go?
We went to Normandy.
Normandy? Never heard of it. So how about that claim that this was once the most important place in the entire world one time? In this case, I don't think it's possible to point to a single place or time and say, this is the place and this was the time. The Industrial Revolution was a patchwork of ingenuity and technology bubbling up over many years, and a country seizing that opportunity. And then it spread over Europe and beyond. This place, this bridge, was absolutely a key part of that patchwork. And I think it's great that it still exists in this condition for people to come and see, because it triggers a curiosity of the bigger picture. And there's a pub, a bookshop, and an ice cream parlour just up there. Come on.